A soft clip function is present here on the Oberheim SEM V's output amplifier. This function enables to add a very natural subtle distortion which provides the sound some warmth. In fact, it recreates the behavior of an analogic amplifier. When we considerably push the synthesizer's output gain, and compensating by lowering the associated VST's track volume here on Cubase, by completely pushing the resonance to the maximum, by using a sawtooth wave and playing with the cutoff frequency, it's possible to get acid-type, very rich sounds. Now, let's listen to the sound without the soft clip's presence. Now, let's restart it. It's a considerable asset for trash and acid techno sounds. In an analogic character reproduction, even the real Oberheim SEM V's background noise was reproduced here by Arturia. We can hear it by increasing the VST's track gain and by turning off the oscillators. It sounds like a flashback from 1974. Let's replace the volume correctly and get back on a starting preset in order to study now the Arpeggiator. The Arpeggiator here enables to generate easily arpeggio movements. The on mode enables to hear an arpeggio from held chord. But from the moment we take the fingers off the keyboard, the arpeggio stops. The hold mode will keep the arpeggio starting from the last held chord, even if the fingers don't push the keys any longer. The rate knob enables to set the arpeggio's speed. The sync function synchronizes the arpeggio speed to the project's tempo according to various rhythmic ratios. The little arrows here show the various movements the arpeggio can do, from bottom to top, and from top to bottom, back and forth, and finally in the random mode. The four numbers here enable us to extend the arpeggio on several octaves, for example, on 2 octaves, three octaves, and finally 4 octaves. The tune function here enables to finely tune the synthesizers as a whole. A portamento is present here, giving the possibility to create small frequential slides between the notes played. This slide's length depends on the setting here. Take note that if you push too much the portamento's time, it will become difficult to have a convenient portamento reaction to play melodies. Let's spend more time now on the 3 powerful options hidden under the Oberheim SEM V's panel. The keyboard follower enables to use the master keyboard's keys as a modulation source able to control various synthesis parameters. We can define 6 keyboard follower lines here. A typical example is the one giving the possibility to control the filter's cutoff frequency so that it increases progressively by rising on the keyboard. Let's turn off the filter's cutoff frequency and push the resonance a little. Let's realize that if the lows are heard pretty well, on the other hand, we lose the highs sound since the filter almost gets to filter not only the harmonics, but practically the fundamentals of the high notes. By adding points with the left click, we can define the line of our keyboard follower and make it so that the more we play toward the high keys, the more the filter opens, letting us hear better the high notes now. If the 6 keyboard follower lines could be used simultaneously, we're not limited to the 6 destinations showed here. With a right click, we have access to several destinations that we can control with the keyboard follower. For example, let's choose VCA pan and draw a line by adding points. Now we notice that the more the line is toward the bottom, the more the notes are on the left and vice versa. Let's take note that between each point we can define the lines so that they become parabolas, letting lines of exponential nature. We can add up to 32 points by line. We can deactivate a keyboard follower line by placing it on off via this button, or deactivate the 6 lines via this button here. To help finding ourselves, each of the 6 lines has its own color. Finally, we can straighten up the lines via the clear function. Let's get back to a starting preset in order to study the 8-voice programmer.